What is going on, Bolt Nation, and welcome to another Destiny 2 video. And today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the VOIDWALKER's new ability, which is the ability to charge grenades to output either more damage or make your grenades more efficient. But the question is it worth you charging a grenade or is it not? So let's go ahead and find out. As a VOIDWALKER, you will have an option of picking 3 individual grenades. You can either go ahead and pick up a vortex grenade, you can go ahead and pick up an action grenade, or you can pick up a scatter grenade. But now let's take a look at what are the difference between charged and uncharged. So for those of you who don't know, the new VOIDWALKER comes with a new ability called Chaos Accelerant. What this does, it gives you the ability to be able to grab some of your super energy and infuse it to your grenade, making it a little bit more potent and also making it a little bit more reliable. Now, one key thing to note here is you do not need to use all your super energy. You just need to use a little bit enough to where you actually see him pull out the grenade and have the grenade glowing in his hand. That's when you know the grenade is supercharged. Now, how effective is the grenade once it's supercharged? That's what we're going to be answering. The first grenade we're going to be looking at is the vortex grenade. The vortex grenade is a grenade that creates a massive circular form and traps the enemy in there. While the enemy remains within that vortex grenade, the grenade will be outputting damage. Now, the best way to actually test this grenade is by testing it on a character or on an enemy that's not stationary, that's not moving. Now, I went ahead and did a couple testing. I tested it on standard enemies and I tested it also on the boss. Now, when testing the grenade, we found out that its first initial hit on detonation, it does 453 damage. After that, it does 12 ticks of 227 damage, giving us a complete total of 3,177 damage. Now, what is the difference between this grenade and one that is supercharged? The supercharged grenade also does 453 damage when it first detonates. Then it does 227 damage on each additional tick. The biggest difference is that instead of doing 12 ticks, it does 15 ticks as opposed to 12. This means that the grenade lasts longer when the grenade is supercharged, which gives us a total of 3,858 damage, which gives us a total of 681 additional damage when the grenade is charged as opposed to not being charged. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the next grenade in our arsenal, the Action Bolt. Now the Action Bolt will do damage depending on what enemy it is. I went ahead and tested this out with the Shrieker, and we found out that it did 977 damage when it hit the Shrieker, and that is with a non-charged one. Then we went ahead and tried it again with another Shrieker, which took me forever to find one because he disappeared. But once we found him, we were able to supercharge the grenade and throw the grenade at him, doing the same amount of damage, 977. Now you're probably wondering, then Laser, what is the difference between a charged and a non-supercharged grenade? Well, the difference is when you throw the first action bolt that is not charged, it will go ahead and produce 2 seekers. When you do it with the supercharged one, it will go ahead and produce a total of 4 seekers. So you will get 4 seekers instead of 2, all which output the same amount of damage when detonating. And the last grenade we have is the scattered grenade. Now the scattered grenade is a very interesting grenade because this one, on each projectile, it outputs 152 damage. Now the difference between a supercharged and a non-supercharged grenade is that the scattered grenade, as you guys know, is a static grenade. If you just running a regular grenade, you throw it to the enemy and the enemy will go ahead, get the clusters, and then cause the damage. Now the difference when you charge up the grenade, it will do the same effect that it did in Destiny 1 when you had the Nothing Manacles. What it does, it makes the grenades have tracking as opposed to the grenade not have tracking. So if you want to be a little bit more effective with a scattered grenade, you would definitely likely like to charge it. It could go ahead and give you that addition where it becomes like a mini action bolt and a scatter grenade combined in one. And that is the difference between a charged grenade and a non-charged grenade. I would like to know from you guys, do you guys think it's worth using a little bit of your super energy to actually charge up these grenades to output a little bit more damage on the vortex, or to gain a more reliable grenade with the action and with the scattered grenade? Please let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it informative. Now, if you did, please remember to help me out by liking the video and most importantly, sharing the video with your friends. If you want to stay up to date with all things Destiny 2, make sure you hit that sub button. And if you want to get in touch with me and stay informed on the latest things that are happening in the channel, the best way is to hit me up on Twitter at GFLaserBolt. The link is down below, and also follow me on Twitch. If you would like to support the channel, you can always join the Laser Nation by supporting us via Patreon. Once again, the link is also down below. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next video. What is going on, Bolt Nation, and welcome to